In math courses and on standardized exams, students will often encounter different types of questions. In this math workshop, we'll go over what to expect when we work on questions involving equations. So in equation problems, students will be asked to write, simplify, and or solve equations. So students who are asked to write equations, they often will need to translate the word problem into an equation, and then they'll need to answer that question by finding the missing variable. For simplifying equations, students will often complete simple math operations, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, and then they'll combine the like terms. And for solving equations, they'll need to complete those simple math operations, then solve for the missing variable. So on the CASP, equation problems will often involve one or more text boxes for the response area. So students will need to use a keypad to enter a equation or numerical answer. So even though a student can solve a problem perfectly, they might struggle with this keypad option. So it's very important that students familiarize themselves with the expectations for how to enter those types of answers. So just make sure that you know how to answer the question, make sure you know how to type in your answer, and also just try out some practice questions or take a practice test to kind of get used to that interface. So just make sure that you know how to enter that solution. On the CASP, students will not be giving a reference sheet. Some of the problems will give you the formula automatically, but oftentimes students will just need to memorize those commonly used math formulas. So it's really nice if students can study by just looking over the reference sheet, memorize those formulas, make sure that they're comfortable applying those formulas and they know when to use those formulas. And in this link here, students are able to access reference sheets by subject. So we have algebra reference sheets, geometry reference sheets that all have all the formulas and basic information that you might need to study for that topic. So it's not a comprehensive course. It won't give you it won't tell you everything you need to know for the exams, but it's a really great way to review very quickly. All right, let's go on to a sample problem. So in this problem, we'll actually need to use the definition of sine and apply the given measurements to the formula. So in this problem, we are given a right triangle, and we need to use the sine definition to write an equation to calculate that value. So in this problem, we're going to need to use the equation for sine to find sine B. So consider the right triangle ABC right here and enter the ratio equivalent to sine B. So we're going to need to remember SOHCAHTOA. So SOHCAHTOA just is a quick little acronym for remembering sine, cosine, and tangent. In this case, we just need to know what sine is. Sine equals the opposite side over the hypotenuse. And remember, the hypotenuse is the longest side. So in this case, we're looking for the ratio that's equivalent to sine B. So sine B, so let's highlight our angle. So that's our angle. B is our angle. And we need to find the opposite side. So that opposite side is actually going to be the opposite side of this angle. So directly opposite is actually this side is opposite that angle B. So we're going to say that sine B equals, the opposite side is the number 21 over hypotenuse. And hypotenuse is always the side that is the longest in our triangle. So in this case, the longest side is that 29. Okay. So it's 21 over 29. We can't really simplify that anymore, so that is actually going to be our answer. So now that we found the answer to sine b, we're going to enter that ratio. So let's put in that fraction. It's going to be 21 over 29. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. Check out our other math workshops. If you would like to practice more math problems together or learn about other types of math questions you might encounter, we'll have a whole series of just math workshops ready for you. Thank you so much.